Hi, it's C. It's Mind Impossible. Do you think fate in anything, God, universe, any kind of fate, helps mental strength? Today, we can talk about that and why I find that interesting. Because I've seen a lot of people that give up. You know, you go all the way, you're trying to achieve something, and at the last second you give up and you feel like, I can't do it. And at times we see coaches, people coming to help, and sometimes a word of advice goes a long way. But if that word of advice is not there, that encouragement is not there, then how do you help yourself pick yourself up and go and accomplish that goal, whatever you wanted to do? And I've seen faith, belief in a power beyond you helps. And faith doesn't have to be a religious faith. You can believe in the power of the universe, karma, positivity around you. So all of that, that's what we'll talk about today. So let's start with that. How does having faith helps you? How does it help your mental strength? How does it come handy? So I just talked about going all the way, needing that help, and having that faith, and that belief, and that reminder that, there's a power beyond you that's there to help you, helps mental strength. And again, as I said, it doesn't have to be religious. You just have to have a faith. So how do you go about that? Imagine this. You believing that your family will be there to help you when a tough time comes. That's your faith. Believe in your family. Do you think that helps? I would say it helps. It helps a lot. It helps a lot knowing that you're about to go on an adventure, an endeavor. You're trying to become an entrepreneur. You do something, you feel maybe there's gonna be help, and absolutely help from your family. You can count on them. What are you going to do? You're going to take that chance in life. Build that confidence, be successful. Having faith in something someone does help. And that's the point today I'm trying to make. You can use any kind of faith to your strength. You can make yourself a better person. You can achieve a lot of things. You can go far beyond your limits. The supposed limits that you think you have. You can go far beyond them and achieve a lot. How do we connect that though? All right, I have faith, but man, I just, how do I make sure that comes handy when I need it? Simple way is writing it down. You write it down. A few times you write it down, that's gonna serve as a reminder for you. Next time you're in a bind, you're in a tough spot, and you say, you know what, I've given my best. Now rest I can leave. So writing it down helps. And second thing is, it's a self-reminder of just mental note. Make a mental note. You try it a few times and it'll start working, And what will happen is this. It's hard for humans, for us, for human mind, to always imagine that all the way beyond. I have a target and it's all the way there and I got to achieve that. It's hard sometimes. That's why you break it down into pieces. But the same way, you need to free your mind. And the burden of achieving, accomplishing something for yourself is tremendous. How do you lighten up that burden? The easy way to lighten up that burden is you give your best and then you say, I'm leaving it onto the universe. I'm leaving it onto God. I'm leaving it onto anyone that I have faith in to help me through the rest. And that's something you can't touch and, feel physically. But that's just a mental thing. But it goes a long way. It releases you from that burden of saying, all right, I got to do it all. Well, there are some things just out of your control. And there's a lot of things that can be out of your control. So that really helps you, calms you down, relinquishes that complete towards the end of the goal responsibility. You got to do what you got to do. And there's a limit to it. So you can release yourself of that burden and say, all right, I'm going to do my best and I'll see how that goes. And that how that goes also plays in a part with faith. That belief in external power. And it does help. And I keep reiterating, it doesn't have to be religious faith. It could be a faith in anything. It could be a faith in the positivity of the world. It could be the external powers in the nature. You gotta feel the external powers, whatever it may be. So you leave it at that. And that does help. Write it down, self-reminder, that does help. And try that. I was looking for an example, and a very good example came to me. Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert, I would say, is a devout Catholic. He talks a lot about it in his shows. And one of his interviews, he mentioned that once he lost his way, a long time before he was famous, and somebody handed him a Bible, and he read the Bible and kind of got his faith back. And from that point on, he never turned back. So he considers that a turning point in his career. Why that may be. But I would imagine that faith of his played a part. He felt connected back to his faith, that turn of events, the chain of events, and he said, I'm going to keep going on. He could have given up there. He was about to give it up there, and that's why he felt lost. But he didn't. That faith kept him going. Isn't it amazing how that works? And it kept him going and saying, I'm going to go 90% of the way and someone else is going to help me 10%. Because I believe that. And that belief goes a long way. And that's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to take 100%. Oh my God, I'm going to do 100% of this thing. I'm not sure if I fail at 99% and miss the last 1%. Tell yourself, I'm going to go 90%. And the 10% I'm going to leave it for the powers to be. Well, that 10% doesn't have to be actual work. That 10% has to be, I believe I'm going to land a good job. I'm going to do my prep. I'm going to do a good interview. I have the skills, but I don't control what the other person thinks of me or if they're going to select me. I'm going to leave it at the powers to be. That could be your fate. So that way you don't give it up. At least you apply for that job. At least you go and show up. At least you do your best work. At least you train yourself. You're relying on that 10%, but at least you do your 90%. A lot of people miss that out. So there's a connection between faith, mental strength, success, how that can work. On that note, that'll be all for today. Stay sharp, stay positive. That's Mind Impossible.